The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Throwing, Jones. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Now the try here for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Into the secondary, past the 40. The 30. 10, 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Blankenship out for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes it at the 7. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run with Harris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The first carry now for Benny Snell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun, Mayfield. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Mayfield. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Mayfield down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. The 20. 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A bit.
play there for Indy. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
He was well good with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Indy. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Flush to his right. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 15-yard line. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Buying time to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Harris has it over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. We are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. His throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive,
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield finds his tight end Ingram. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
From the 6.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. Oh, shifts past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, running left is Harris. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. That little set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the screen pass.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught. Judy. Touchdown. Jerry Judy. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So they punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had